Hello everyone, this is Danny Tulkar-Hafen and I'm here to talk about the North American LCS reaction to patch 8.11 and the meta that will shape our first week of professional play. There are three big changes I want to talk about. The first is Banner of Command. In 8.11 it still exists, but takes 40% damage reduction from all champions. This is so much better for mages than before, and will allow them back into the meta. Minion Dematerializer will not be a must-take rune, eating up an item slot for the first 25 minutes of the game. Azir can be a champion once again. Congratulations, Vivibin, it's your birthday. The second macro change is Baron is weaker. He attacks slower and doesn't do as much corruption damage nor apply as many corruption stacks. This makes the Baron dance a lot less risky and lets the team with a lead be less likely to die after tanking Baron for a few seconds before turning for the 5v5 team fight. The third macro game change is crit items are more expensive and spike later in the game. This makes many traditional champions and strategies harder to pull off, harder to go unpunished for the first 20 minutes of the game. And with games ending so quickly, it is a risk most teams are unwilling to make. This is why we see so much experimentation worldwide on the new meta of Champion Select. One of the experimentations is gold funneling. In essence, either you or your jungler plays a carry champion, while the other plays a supportive role. With wave management, all the farm from both mid lane and jungle are funneled into the carry pick, allowing them to have a couple thousand more gold and a higher level than any of the opposition, so that champion can literally 1v5 the enemy team. I don't think this meta will last. Coaches have already talked about how to counter it, and though we may see a game or two of it, it should be figured out and dead before week 3 of the LCS. Now I'm going to talk about each lane and the champions I expect to see predominate the pick and ban phase. Top lane. With tanks being so out of meta in any other lane and the near constant pressure of banner minions, top laners find themselves relegated to the meat shields in most traditional team comps. Ornn. He is a strong tank with reliable, safe, long-distance engage. His ability to shop in lane helps him have teleport up more often for those big team fights spot lane and around objectives like Dragon. Also, he has been in the meta for over 6 months and will be a comfort pick. Bringing strong crowd control will also play against champions like Master Yi that would cause so much chaos in this new meta. Shen, this tanky ninja with a global shield and an unstable rift, will be a lifeline to many teams in the opening week. He is also a lane counter to Ornn with Spirit's Refuge, denying the brittle proc in trades. In a pinch he can also flex his support and is super effective versus the like of a Yasuo bot lane. Mundo. This doctor has been a terror in solo queue, with his sadism restoring a full 100% of his health at rank 3. Add in the recent damage buffs to Machoism, in addition to the 30% free bonus magic resist, he is ready to show he can go where he pleases. The traditionally bad tank killer Ezreal and the full ability power Kai'Sa will both find Mundo a terrifying threat, especially since neither champion can build into healing reduction easily. Jungle. With jungle experience being decreased and the scuttle crab becoming so important, early game junglers are seen as a must to control vision and to make sure they don't fall behind. Graves. With his trusty shotgun destiny and true grit, Graves can fight his way through any situation, early, mid, or late game. This powerhouse jungler can provide wave clear in lanes that are lacking and join up with his bot lane early to rush first brick. His ability to stack Black Cleaver so quickly will also help his team take out the enemy front line, leaving their carries running back to the fountain. Xin Zhao. As an early game duelist, no one can stand toe-to-toe with Xin Zhao level 2 in the river, and when Scuttle Crab is as essential as breakfast on game day, that reason alone is enough for him to be seen plenty in the hands of players and on the ban list. Additionally, the hard CC and the teamfight disruption of Crescent Guard makes this warrior one to run from when he audaciously charges in. Trundle. With Subjugation, Trundle is the tank busting king. With strong, inexpensive item choices like Knight's Vow and Zeke's Convergence, and the ability to section off parts of the teamfight with Pillar of Ice, Trundle can lead his team to the domination of the Rift. Mid. With banner minions taking damage from magic once again, the mid lane is an open playing field in the hands of Europe's finest, plus a few of the homegrown talent. Vladimir, this Crimson Reaper is the ultimate flex pick, with his most recent transfusion into the bot lane, as well as his stable diet top and mid. Pseudo-tankiness with teamfight damage multiplier makes this safe laner work well with almost any team comp. Irelia. Since her rework, Irelia has been able to dance her way to victory either top or mid. consistently dashing and trapping her opposition in a wall of blades. Her long-range area of effect stuns to assist in teamfights, and her core build of Trinity Force and Star Gauge make this split-pushing champion just as effective when she is called to the front line. Zoe. As mentioned before, chaos is expected on the Rift. The long-range poke and pick potential of Sleepy Trouble Bubble that Zoe brings will take chaos and make it her playground. With summoner spells and item activations littering the battlefield, Zoe is a champion that can take an early game lead and make it an easy victory. AD Carry. With crit items being so expensive and spiking later in the game, only certain champions can survive the chaos of our current Rift environment. High mobility and a no crit build path is core to the identity of AD carries I expect to see. Kaisa. Though her short range can be punished early, once this hyper carry hits level 6, it is impossible to keep her from repositioning right onto the enemy back line. With the invisibility of Second Skin and the shield from Killer Instinct, the choice to go in is rarely wrong. Though we expect to see the full AP Kaisa, the full AD is very effective as well. Ezreal. Ezreal has been the pretty poster boy of safe AD carry for as long as I can remember. Using that safety, his supports can roam in this chaos-filled rift, leaving a trail of blood wherever they go. And with the effectiveness of Teleport Summoner spell and the double tier build, he can scale hard, poke hard, and will win a lot. Lucian, one word, double lift. Second word, Huni. These two North American LCS carries love Lucian, and with the Lightsinger being so strong and using the new Essence Reaver, every other top laner and AD carry will need to learn how to relentlessly pursue their way to victory, or accept permabanding, the vengeful widower. If your mid laner decides to pick up the champion as well, all the better. Support. Wave management and providing safety to your backline is the dominant way I foresee support being played in the opening week, but how a pro player decides to do that is where the champions can get interesting. Morgana. With Black Shield to nullify potential mistakes and to protect the AD carry during a siege, Morgana will be one of the top picks and bans this weekend. Her excellent wave management almost always secures the early level 2, which will allow her team to move first to the fights over the Scuttle Crab in the river. Karma. As an excellent flex pick, Karma can provide harsh CC, shields, and mobilities for the entire squad. She is one of the best mid laners to use Banner of Command if your team decides to run a bruiser in the top lane. Lastly, being so prevalent at MSI, Karma is also a comfort pick that teams will fall back on when the way to victory is to stop the chaos. Zyra. One of the best ways to keep your carries alive is to make it so anyone who dives them regrets it instantly, as Stranglethorn brings all would-be contenders to the gray screen. With the most recent set of buffs, her damage is undeniable, and the zoning of her plants will make short-ranged or melee carries have to tiptoe through the thorns, missing out on objective after objective. Sleeper picks. Many new picks and strategies are being seen worldwide. The two I most hope to see and expect are Jhin and Urgot. Jhin. The long range of Ornn has kept him in the meta for over 6 months. The long range of Curtain Call complements it so well, I can't help but to expect players to fall back on the Swiftness Boots Rapid Fire Cannon Jhin build when pinched in the AD carry pool. Hard CC and good wave clear with dancing grenades makes him complement so many of the champions I have already highlighted in this video. I do not doubt that we will all be the captive audience of this killer once again. Urgot. Graves has the shotgun destiny. Urgot says, I'll raise you 6 shotgun knees. With his ability to build Black Cleaver into full tank, this monstrosity could grind his way through almost any threat. He has been a strong top laner for some time, and with the buffs in the current LCS patch, I fully expect some people to have practiced him and to bring him to the slaughterhouse that will be the Rift this weekend. Damage, tankiness, engage, hard CC, and to execute. It will be a shame if this secret OP doesn't demonstrate the power of 6 shotgun knees in a level 1 invade this weekend. Speaking of this weekend, the first game of North American LCS is 100 Thieves versus Team Liquid, Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific Time Zone. I predict that if 100 Thieves ban Lucian, the superior shot calling of Aphromoo will protect his team from the chaos and make it their friends. Thank you for watching and enjoy this summer LCS split.